Hello, everyone. So, following the overall positive feedback on and interest shown towards the Welcome to Ellios teaser, I've decided to start some serious work on this D&D-ish adventure that we'll be navigating through together. I say D&D-ish because I'll be working loosely off of D&D 3.5 rule set to run this quote-unquote campaign. This means abilities and spells, whilst whimsical and fantastic, will be somewhat limited by that rule set, so I don't go completely overboard with the power level. Now then, while the world is mine to build and yours to discover, I feel like the characters should be somewhat clearer for you, so you can understand what these heroes can and cannot do as they face whatever waits them in and around the towering, flying heights of Ellios. I also realize that some of you might not be so knowledgeable in the ways of D&D, which is perfectly fine, so I'd like to take this opportunity to actually create the characters together with you. We'll give them names and stats, backgrounds and skills, mindsets and magic, voices and weapons. A quick note to the more experienced players and DMs, we'll be making these characters a bit over the top to help me with ease of story building and narration. But anyway, to get you started on this journey, let's look at what a ready-made character looks like and what we'll be looking for in our very own heroes. So then, here we have a ready-made character. This specifically is my own character that I'm playing in another campaign. His name is Darrow Halfhorn.
Screw that.
What?
My name's Halgor. These are my rolls.
Boom! That's the one.
Ha! Bang! There.
Got it.
I am a Goliath from the north. My enemies have felt the edge of my blade and the burn of my spells. I've travelled...
Keep it simple, will you?
No, I was just trying to... Right, sorry. Look, I'm a nice guy, if you get to know me, alright? I dabble in the sword and sorcery alike, but I like a good pint and a game of dice as much as the next man. I've been with the company for a while now, and I'd say, nay, I'd announce, declare, and opine. That's the way you say it, right?
Yes, now get on with it.
Yeah, I'd opine that these little uns wouldn't have made it this far without me. And, to be fair, nor I without them. Anyway, I've taken up too much of your time. On to my friends.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Great! Hold on just a second. Alright, so first the dice. Come on, I'm good with this. Good. Nice. Lucky. Great. Awesome. There we go. Right. Hi! I'm Garrett. You may have heard of me? No? Not even... Alright, well, it doesn't matter. Look, every group needs someone that can talk their way out of and wriggle their way into trouble. That's me. I've got a quick eye, a sharp tongue, and light fingers, if you know what I mean. Though, don't let Halger find out.
What was that?
No, nothing, buddy. Go help with the sales or something, alright? Anyway, here I am, on my way to fame and fortune alongside what I can only call my gullible but trusted friends. Right, Lethos, on to you!
Oh, God.
Right. We've got limited time in this pocket dimension before he pulls us back out, so you must listen carefully. What follows is as much a creation of my will as it is of yours, meaning none at all. The others do not see beyond the veil, cast as though they may be. So listen carefully. I have devised a plan that will set us free. You must play along for now, as will I. I will guide you as much as possible, but it will be difficult to... No. He comes. Act like nothing has happened. Be quiet.
Oh, thought you'd been gone for a second, lads.
Only momentarily, my friend. I was just about to show our guest my abilities. Shall I put on some music then?
One you'd like, yeah?
Much appreciated. Where do we start? Ah, yes. Rolls. I'm sure you can imagine some magic has gone into this. As you may have gathered, I'm an exceptional and astute student of the arcane arts, even if I do say so myself. I'd say it's a shame to have put them to use only towards adventuring, but I have to admit, I've grown fond of these mortals that I travel alongside with. They are, each in their respective rights, notable in their accomplishments, and I've been fortunate enough to have taken part in them. Well, enough is enough. I shall hand the reins over to my dwarfish friend. Hvan? Hvan?
Oh, sorry. Right. I'm here.
Right. Where do I start?
Rolls first, and, there they are, by the gods' good graces.
I suppose. I am one of the chosen of Pelor, god of the sun. My name is Hvarn. I suppose you'd ask what a dwarf, who so often dig deep in the earth, is doing, worshipping the sun. Well, what can I say? When the call comes, you answer. And through rock and stone, the sun called to me. And so, out of the depths I emerged. I know not yet what exactly Pelor had set before me, but I know one thing. The people that were set before me did so for a reason, even if they do not yet know it. So here I am, a dwarf on a flying ship, escorting a gnome, a Goliath, and an elf on an errand none of us even expected. The gods work in mysterious ways, I suppose. I'll have to let me wit, me sense, and me mace figure out the finer details. So, as the captain said, lads, welcome to Ellios.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, alright. If you're done, me crew and I have some hauling and unhauling to do, as well as visiting the local points of interest. So, you have 2 days, and then we'll be off back to the mainland. Fair winds, lads. Oh, looks like we're coming close to the landing, lads. Brace yourselves. It might be a bit rough when we hit the waves.
The Iron Mare breaks the waters near the docks leading inland towards Ellios. As you look up, You see the jagged rock cliffs surrounding the settlement, but above them all towers the spire of the flying city itself. You can only make out the few small floating islands tethered to the monument itself, but you know many others of far greater size gravitate around the fascinating artifact. However impressive the sight may be, once you've gathered your gear and belongings and headed towards the gangplank to the dock itself, the familiar and very reassuring sounds of a market greet you. Making your way down the rough stone streets, your eyes are drawn to a plenty of baubles, trinkets, and novelty items, as your other senses are assailed with music, the cries of shopkeepers, and the tantalizing smell of various exotic spices.
Hands off, lads.
What? I would never!
Do as he says, mate. Leave it. We'll have enough time to look at Chinese later.
Further inward, the shops give way to a large plaza, opening up both horizontally and vertically. Shops line the walls of this doming cavern, and you see steps carved into the sheer rock itself, leading from level to level, reaching higher and higher towards the stone ceiling. Having surveyed the vast expanse of mercantile potential, you look down to see a young dwarven boy, his beard barely 2 inches long, dressed in leather armor and holding a sign in his hands saying the company, written in the common tongue.
There's our lads.
Are you sure? It's not a she?
Oh, elves. Hello, lads.
Varn steps forward, waving his hand at what you can only assume is, indeed, a boy, and you and the rest of the party follow. The boy's eyes shine, and a smile breaks across his face as you all approach. He says he's been sent by the Octane, and that he should expect you. He bids you to follow him. Across stone streets, past market stalls you follow. He leads you up rocky steps, first roughly hewn, then finer set, until you find yourselves climbing a spiraling stone staircase. Looking down, you realize the blend was almost imperceptible as you rose from the caverns below onto the downright royal pathways built around the main tower. You eventually step onto a landing made of smooth marble, wide enough to hold the Iron Mare herself. As if having rehearsed it, the boy turns to you, looking slightly unsure of himself, then bows and waves his hand towards the main structure. He quickly peeks up at you and gestures with his head towards the direction he's pointing, as if unsure if you got the message. You make your way towards the towering stone structure, Hvarn placing a silver coin in the boy's hand, to find 2 elven knights, clad in shimmering armor, glaives at their sides, standing on either side of a grand, arched doorway open before you, leading to a circular chamber with cogs and heavy twines lining the walls. As you all step inside, a set of ornate metal doors close the entrance, and the entire structure rocks as wheels start spinning. You look upwards to see you're in an empty shaft, rays of light shining in at different levels. The floor itself seems to be bearing you upwards towards the very top. An elevator. How quaint.
That's engineering, Alf.
Yes, don't disregard dwarven engineering. As if we hadn't just arrived on a flying ship. The floor keeps rising, bringing you closer to the top. Lethos straightens his robes and Garrett adjusts his armor.
Gotta make a good impression!
From a distance, a low horn echoes through the tower, followed by a set of yet more distant blasts.
Cannon fire!
No sooner does Halgor finish his sentence that a giant metal ball breaks through the outer wall of the elevator and hits the wall opposite. The lift halts with a jolt, rubble falling down on top of you, and you look upwards with horror to see the ball has embedded itself in the inner structure and is now slowly rolling back out and down. Your eyes widen as the troll-sized sphere detaches from the wall and starts hurtling towards you, debris surrounding it. The distant cannon fire seems to be coming in as through a dream. As your impending doom rushes towards you, a winged Halgor shoots upwards. You shield your eyes against the falling rubble, but you can almost feel the force of the impact as he collides with a metal projectile. Thunder rolls. It rolls a 19. Roll initiative.